I was the fake boyfriend of a nice queen CEO. And then her best friend, who was basically fire wrapped in gasoline, decided she wanted me. She grabbed my hand, slid it from my side, and pressed it against the small of her back. Her voice dropped low as she whispered, "Whatever she's paying you, I'll double it." Then the door swung open. My boss, my fake girlfriend. She stood there, eyes shimmering with something that looked a lot like heartbreak. In that moment, I knew the show was officially over. And it had ended in disaster. My name is Ethan Hayes. I'm just a regular guy with a 9 to 5 marketing job and a very, very irregular side hustle. I'm the contract boyfriend of my company's CEO, Victoria Vance. It sounds insane. It is. Victoria is my boss, young, brilliant, unbelievably gorgeous, and a complete workaholic. Her family had been breathing down her neck about being single, demanding she bring a boyfriend home for Christmas. Out of options, she scanned the company roster, and her eyes landed on me. Why? I looked dependable. I looked like I could fake it convincingly. And most importantly, I was broke. The offer was $20,000 for 1 month. All expenses paid. On call 24/7 through the holidays. I said yes before she finished the sentence. You don't argue with money like that. So, I became Victoria Vance's boyfriend. Today was the dress rehearsal, meeting her best friend. A dry run before facing her parents. I was nervous. My palms were sweaty as I sat inside the restaurant, so she could felt illegal. The water probably cost more than my electric bill. Victoria sat across from me, a vision in a black power suit. She didn't look like she was on a date. She looked like she was about to announce a hostile corporate takeover. She frowned. "Ethan, relax. Right now, I'm your girlfriend. Stop looking at me like you're about to give a quarterly report." I took a breath and forced a smile that felt like it might crack my face. "Right. Sorry, Vicky." Her lips twitched. "More natural," she coached. "You sound like you have a toothache." I was about to try again when a blur of movement and expensive perfume crashed into our booth. A woman threw her arms around Victoria. "Vicky, I missed you like crazy." She was stunning, big expressive eyes, a cascade of dark curls, and a body that a slinky red dress was born to hug. She was the absolute opposite of Victoria's cool, controlled energy. Victoria, slightly knocked off balance, managed a tired smile. "Chloe, less drama, please." So this was her. Chloe, the best friend, the art gallery owner, the human chaos Victoria had warned me about. Chloe slid into the booth and immediately locked onto me. She scanned me head to toe, slow and unapologetic. "So this is the mystery man you've been hiding?" Her eyes sparkled. "Not bad, Vicky. He's kinda hot." Victoria cleared her throat. "Chloe, this is Ethan." I nodded politely. "Nice to meet you." She waved a hand heavy with rings. "None of that formal stuff. Call me Chloe." She leaned closer, perfume thick and sweet. "So, how did you two lovebirds meet?" Victoria repeated the pre-approved script. "Mutual friends. We've been seeing each other about 3 months." Chloe tilted her head. 3 months, and you're already taking him home for Christmas? That doesn't sound like you, Vicky. You dated that one guy for 2 years and never even let him hold your hand. Victoria's smile tightened. And then she kicked me under the table. My cue. It was pretty much love at first sight. I said it, hoping I sounded convincing. Chloe's smile widened. "Oh really? Who chased who?" I glanced at Victoria. Her eyes said, "Fix this. Now." "I chased her," I said. "For a long time, actually." Suddenly, Chloe's hand was on my arm. Warm. Intentional. "Well, good for you, man." She grinned. "Landing Victoria Vance is no small achievement. You have no idea how many guys have crashed and burned trying." Her hand lingered. Victoria's jaw tightened. "Chloe, let's order." Dinner was an ordeal. Victoria stayed reserved. Controlled. But Chloe? She was a hurricane. She grilled me nonstop. How old was I? Where was I from? Favorite movie? How many girlfriends before Victoria? Victoria kept kicking me under the table, silent orders to shut up, but Chloe was firing questions so fast I nearly blurted the truth more than once. Then Victoria's phone rang. She stood up. I have to take this. And suddenly, I was alone with Chloe. She leaned in immediately. Her eyes sharpened. So, Ethan, are you really her boyfriend? A cold knot twisted in my stomach. Of course I am. Her smile turned slow. Predatory. I don't think so. You two have zero chemistry. I bet she hasn't even let you touch her, has she? A bead of sweat rolled down my spine. We're just private people. Chloe lowered her voice. How much is she paying you? My hand slipped. My fork hit the plate, the sound sharp, loud echoing. A waiter rushed over, giving me seconds to breathe. But Chloe didn't blink. Don't play dumb, she said quietly. Vicky isn't a guy's girl. Not really. She hired you to get her parents off her back. Right. My scalp prickled. This woman was a human lie detector. But I had a contract. You're mistaken, I said stiffly. Victoria and I are in love. She laughed. Okay, she said. Points for staying in character. Then she leaned in even closer. What's her offer? I'll double it. You come home with me for Christmas instead. My brain stopped working. Was this happening? She cut me off before I could think. She's paying you what? 20 grand. I'll give you 60. Cash. For the holidays. $60,000. That was more than I made in a year. My heart pounded. But I still shook my head. No. I have an agreement with Victoria. Chloe smiled. An agreement is just money, sweetheart. She slid her hand over mine, warm, bold. I'm more fun than she is. She won't even let you hold her hand, right? I will. I pulled my hand back like I touched fire. Please have some respect. She laughed. She was about to say more when Victoria returned. She stood there, watching us, eyes cold, sharp. What are you two talking about? Chloe leaned back, looking innocent. Just talking about you. I was telling him how lucky he is. Victoria sat down. She looked at Chloe, then at me. Unreadable. Is that so? She said softly. Dangerously. He's a very good boyfriend. Then she shocked me. She reached across the table and grabbed my hand. My body went rigid. It was the first time she'd ever touched me without being forced. Her hand was soft, cool, but her grip? Tight, possessive, a clear claim. Chloe's eyes dipped, then brightened again. Well, she said. Public affection? Didn't think you had it in you. Victoria barely smiled. Is there a problem? She asked. Can I show off my boyfriend now? Chloe lifted a brow. Of course. I just never took you for the type. The rest of dinner passed in a blur. When it ended, Victoria went to pay. Chloe used the moment to slide a business card into my hand. Call me when you change your mind, she whispered. My offer is negotiable. Then she winked and vanished. I stared at the card like it was a live grenade. Victoria came back. Her eyes followed Chloe's disappearing figure. Her voice turned stormy. What did she say to you? I shoved the card in my pocket. She just said you were great. Victoria huffed. Did she try to poach you? I froze. How did you? I know her, she said bitterly. If it's mine, she wants it. Then she stared at me. You didn't agree, did you? I straightened instantly. Loyal soldier mode. Of course not. I have professional ethics. She studied me. Relief flickered in her eyes. Good. You get a $5,000 bonus. Inside, I was screaming. Outside? Stoic. Thank you, Ms. Vance. She frowned. It's Vicky. Don't forget, we're going to my parents tomorrow. The next day, I found myself in an elevator climbing to a sleek Upper East Side penthouse. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Park view. Museum-level art. Beautiful. And completely soulless. Victoria pointed to the guest room. You'll stay here. And remember the rules. No mistakes. Not in front of my parents. I nodded. Full immersion. Method acting. Her parents arrived that afternoon. Designer bags. Perfect clothes. Warm smiles. Fully obsessed with their daughter. Victoria changed instantly. The Ice Queen vanished. She became a smiling, affectionate daughter. Arm linked with her mother. Laughing. Soft. I slipped into my role, smoothly. Perfect boyfriend. Carried bags. Poured drinks. Complimented Mrs. Vance's scarf. I was so sweet I almost gave myself a sugar crash. They loved me. At dinner, a massive home-cooked meal. Her mother piled food onto my plate. Eat, Ethan. Our Vicky can be a lot. Thank you for being so patient with her. I smiled. She's amazing. I'm the lucky one. Under the table, Victoria's heel pressed into my foot. A warning. Don't overdo it. Her father leaned in. So Ethan, your long-term plans? Thinking about buying a place? Before I could invent a future, Victoria jumped in. Dad, his career is just getting started. We'll talk about that later. Her mother smiled knowingly. You're not getting younger, dear. You should be thinking about marriage. I think Ethan is wonderful. Victoria shot me a terrified look. I took the hint. Mrs. Vance, Vicky and I have a plan. As soon as I'm more established, I'll marry her. I would never let her settle for less than the best. They looked pleased. After dinner, they dropped the bomb. We're staying the night. They missed her. Victoria couldn't say no. Problem, 2 bedrooms. Parents took the master suite. That left Victoria and me. She grabbed my arm, pulled me into the guest room, and shut the door. You're sleeping on the floor, she whispered fiercely. I nodded immediately. Understood. I toss and turn anyway. Wouldn't want to keep you up. She shot me a glare. Don't get smart. As soon as they're asleep, you're on the couch. I gave her a thumbs up. A true professional. Later that night, I was arranging my sad little makeshift bed on the floor when Victoria's phone buzzed from inside the bathroom. She was showering. The caller ID said, Mom. I grabbed the phone and knocked. Vicky, it's your mom. The door cracked open. She reached out, wrapped in a fluffy white towel. Steam poured out, along with the scent of expensive soap. I kept my eyes locked on the doorframe. Perfect gentleman. She talked to her mother, gesturing with her free hand, not realizing the towel had loosened. And then it slipped. My head snapped up before I could stop it. For one frozen second, my brain completely shut down. Pale skin, graceful curves. That was all I saw. She gasped and yanked the towel back up. Her face flushed a furious, mortified red. Turn around, she hissed. I spun so fast I nearly tripped. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. She finished the call in record time, then shoved me out of the bathroom. Get out. I stood in the bedroom, heart racing. That image burned permanently into my brain. This was my boss. My rich, powerful boss. I was so fired. A few minutes later, she came out wearing silk pajamas. Her face was still red. She wouldn't look at me. What just happened? She started, then stopped. Forget it. I nodded like my life depended on it. Already forgotten. I saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. She gave me a withering look. I'm sure. Then came a knock. Her parents. Vicky, Ethan, we cut up some fruit. We walked out, both trying very hard to look normal. Mrs. Vance smiled at us from the kitchen island. You two are so sweet. What were you whispering about in there? Vicky, your face is all red. Victoria looked like she wanted the floor to swallow her whole. I jumped in. We were just talking about the holidays. I was telling her I'd love for her to meet my family sometime. Her mother lit up immediately. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. It's about time the families met. Under the table, Victoria's fingers dug into my thigh like a vice. I forced a smile. Eventually, her parents went to bed. Victoria pointed toward the living room, her voice sharp. The couch. Now. And don't even think about coming back in here. Yes, ma'am, I said, grabbing my pillow. The couch was actually comfortable, but my mind wasn't. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the bathroom. My phone lit up. Text from Chloe. You up? Is Vicky asleep? I ignored it. Another message popped up. She has to go into the office for an emergency tomorrow. Her parents want to go to the Bryant Park Christmas market. She's asked me to take them. You should come too. I stared at the screen. What was she planning? Just then, the bedroom door opened. Victoria stepped out in her pajamas, looking stressed. There's a situation at work. I have to go in tomorrow morning. What about your parents? I asked. They want to go to the Christmas market in Bryant Park. You'll have to take them. I nodded. Okay. Chloe just texted. She said she's coming too. Her brow furrowed. How does she already know? She pulled out her phone. Her face darkened as she read. She volunteered. Already arranged it with my mother. I frowned, confused. She waved a tired hand. Just go and keep an eye on her. Don't let her say anything stupid. You got it, I said. The next morning, after Victoria left for the office, Chloe showed up wearing a festive red coat lined with white fur. She was pure chaos, full charm, full energy. Within minutes, Mr. and Mrs. Vance were laughing at all her jokes. The Christmas market was packed. Bright, loud, happy, a joyful mess of people. Chloe hooked her arm through Mrs. Vance's, effectively blocking me out. I didn't mind. I became the bag carrier, the bodyguard. Mr. and Mrs. Vance stopped to look at handmade ornaments. That's when Chloe stepped in beside me. Heavy? She asked, nodding toward the bags. I ignored her. She walked beside me anyway. You know about Vicky's ex, right? I blinked. She has an ex? Of course, Chloe said dramatically. Another fake one. Last Christmas. My stomach tightened. Her mom saw right through him. Then Chloe smiled. And it wasn't a nice smile. Because the guy she hired was my ex-boyfriend. I almost choked. What? She kept going. She hired my ex. My parents ran into them at a restaurant. The whole thing blew up. It was spectacular. My stomach dropped. Then why is she trying again this year? Chloe shrugged. Her mom is relentless. Then she leaned closer. And honestly, I think you're better. A lot better. You're more convincing. I'm just good at my job, I muttered. Maybe, Chloe mused. But the way you look at her sometimes, there's something real in your eyes. I felt that land like lightning. Was there? I hadn't even noticed. Ethan. Chloe. Mrs. Vance called out. Come here. Let's get a picture. We walked over. Mr. Vance lifted his phone. Mrs. Vance smiled. Oh, you two stand together. It'll be nice. You young people should get to know each other. I felt awkward. Chloe loved it. Great idea. She stepped in close, hooked her arm through mine, smiled wide. I stood like a statue, trying to smile without looking like I was dying. After the photo, Mrs. Vance sighed happily. You know, looking at you two, you'd make a really handsome couple. My stomach dropped. Mrs. Vance, please don't joke. I'm with Vicky. She laughed. Oh, I know. I'm just saying you look nice together. Chloe added fuel. Your mom has great taste. I think Ethan's a catch too. Too bad Vicky found him first. Her voice was playful. Her eyes weren't. I was sweating. This woman was dangerous. I'm going to get us some hot chocolate, I said. I practically ran. When I came back, Chloe and Mrs. Vance were talking in low voices. I caught words I didn't want to hear. Ethan and Vicky might not be the best match. My heart slammed against my ribs. I walked forward fast. Hot chocolate, Mrs. Vance. She took the cup, smile strained. Thank you, Ethan. Then she looked at me. Tell me, dear, what do you really think of our Victoria? I went straight to the script. She's wonderful, beautiful, intelligent, driven. Mrs. Vance lifted her hand. No, I mean her personality. Doesn't she feel a bit difficult? A bit intense? This wasn't in the plan. I glanced at Chloe. She was watching. Smug. Not at all, I said. She's actually very sweet and gentle with me. Mrs. Vance shook her head sadly. A mother knows her daughter. I know what she's like. It must be hard on you. It's not, I said too quickly. I really truly love her. The words tasted like ash. Chloe saved me. Look, carolers. She pointed. We walked away. As we passed, she looked at me like, you owe me. After the market, Mr. and Mrs. Vance wanted to head back. Chloe stopped me. My car's nearby. We should talk. I couldn't say no. Her car was a fire-engine red Porsche. She drove like she was trying to qualify for the Indy 500. Chloe, maybe slower? I said, gripping the door. She laughed. You think this is fast? You should see Vicky drive. Then she looked at me. Or have you never been in her car? I went quiet. She never let me in her car. That was part of the rules. Chloe noticed. I thought so. She keeps you at arm's length. It's fine, I said. We've only been together 3 months. She slammed the brakes, pulled over, turned off the engine, turned to me. Serious. Ethan, stop acting. I know it's fake. My heart went wild. What makes you say that? She pulled out her phone, showed me a photo of me and Victoria from the apartment. We looked perfect. She zoomed in. My feet. I was wearing slippers. Wrong feet. Who wears their own slippers wrong? You don't, unless those aren't yours. Unless you were handed stranger slippers. I was frozen. She swiped to another photo. Victoria's hand. Zoomed in. A faint tan line. She wears a ring. She's not wearing it. She took it off before she met you. I was speechless. This woman was terrifying. She locked her phone. So, let's talk money. Come with me for the rest of the holidays. $60,000 cash. I swallowed. It's not about money. She leaned closer. 75. My throat tightened. 100,000. 3 days. I stared. Your parents are pressuring you too? She laughed. Of course. You didn't think I was stealing Vicky's man, did you? I just need a good actor. And you're the best I've seen. I hesitated. $100,000, 3 days. Life-changing. I can't, I said. I have a contract. I don't take side jobs. She lifted a brow. 850,000. After taxes. My chest hurt. That kind of money changed lives. Long silence. I shook my head. I'm sorry. She smiled. Okay. Man of principle. I respect that. She started the car. I'll take you home. The ride was quiet. When we stopped outside Victoria's building, I opened the door. Ethan, Chloe called. She held out a thick envelope. Think about it. And this is for you anyway. Retainer. I saw stacks of $100 bills. I can't take that. She leaned across and shoved it into my coat pocket. Call it a non-disclosure fee. For keeping my secret. That I know yours. Before I could fight her, she drove off. I stood there on the sidewalk. The envelope burned through my pocket. Upstairs, Victoria was already home, talking with her parents. She saw me and stood up. How was it? Her mother smiled. Ethan was a perfect gentleman. Carried everything. No complaints. Victoria studied my face. Can I talk to you? I followed her. Into the bedroom. She shut the door. Chloe didn't say anything out of line, did she? Victoria asked. I thought about the thick envelope in my coat pocket. No, I said. She just chatted with your mom. Victoria visibly relaxed. Good. If she starts asking you things, just ignore her. That night, sleep wouldn't come. I found her on the balcony, leaning against the railing, a glass of whiskey in her hand. Vicky still up? She turned. Yeah. Want one? Better not, I said. Still on the clock. A small smile touched her lips. You've worked hard these past few days. Thank you. Just doing my job. She looked out at the city. I know Chloe tried to poach you, she said quietly. She made you an offer, didn't she? I froze. Yeah. She turned. I know her, she said simply. I'm sure it was a big one. Thank you for not taking it. Heat crawled up my neck. It's like I said. Professional ethics. She sipped her drink. If I wasn't your boss, would you have said yes? I hesitated. She waved it away. Forget it. You should get some sleep. The last day came and went in a blur of packing and tearful goodbyes. At the airport, Mrs. Vance held my hands in hers. Ethan, dear, be good to our Vicky. She looks tough, but she's actually very fragile. I will, Mrs. Vance. I promise. Mr. Vance clapped my shoulder. Good kid. Come visit again. When they disappeared through security, Victoria let out a huge sigh. Finally, the performance is over. I looked at her. Actually, your dad knows. She turned sharply. What? He knows we were faking. He said he knew last year too. They just played along, so you wouldn't feel embarrassed. She froze. Completely still. Her face unreadable. The entire ride back to her place was silent. When we walked inside, she finally spoke. I'm doubling your pay, she said flatly. And thank you for not exposing me. It's my job, I said softly. She studied me with a strange intensity. I have a gala tonight. Corporate thing. I need you to come with me. One last night. After that, the contract is over. I nodded. Okay. That night, wearing a rented tux, I stood by her side inside a glittering ballroom of a five-star hotel. She was immediately pulled away by business partners. So, I slipped into the background with a glass of champagne. And then I saw her, Chloe, sparkling in a sequin gown, walking straight toward me. Last chance, Ethan, she said softly. My offer still stands. I shook my head. No thanks. It's my last night. Then I'm done. She raised a perfectly sculpted eyebrow. Done? You really think she'll let you go? She didn't let the last guy go. Kept him 6 months. My mother exposed him. My stomach dropped. Really? She smiled smugly. Just wait and see. Victoria returned. Her face iced over when she saw Chloe. What are you doing here? It's a charity gala, Vicky. Not your living room. I'm allowed. Victoria ignored her and locked her hand around my arm. I need to introduce you to someone. Her grip was steel. After making the rounds, she excused herself to the restroom. The second she was gone, Chloe was next to me again. See, she whispered. She's branding you. She's not letting you go. You're convenient. You're cheap. You don't cause trouble. It stung, because it hit close. Victoria came back. Her eyes narrowed. Chloe, I'm saying this once. Stay away from my boyfriend. Chloe laughed, sharp, ugly. Your boyfriend. You mean the one you rented? Victoria went pale. What are you talking about? Don't pretend, Chloe said coldly. I know everything. Ethan told me. I recoiled. I did not. Victoria's gaze snapped to me. Ice in her eyes. Is that true? No, I said. She's lying. Chloe leaned in, fanning the fire. Afraid to admit you almost jumped ship yesterday, Ethan? Victoria turned to me. Face blank. Ethan, explain. I was trapped. Vicky, listen. Chloe grabbed my other arm. It's over, Ethan. Come with me. I'll double what she's paying. Victoria stared. Her eyes turned red. Ethan, she said, voice shaking. Make a choice. You can walk out with her. Or you can stay. I looked at her. Her eyes breaking. My chest twisted. Vicky. Come on, Chloe said, tugging me. It's $150,000. Victoria's lip trembled. 200,000, she said. Stay. Both of us froze. Vicky, I started. Her eyes filled. I'm not paying for the act, she said softly. I think. I'm falling for you. My world tilted. Chloe stood speechless. Vicky, you can't be. Victoria took a breath. I'm sorry, Chloe. Not this time. This one isn't for you. She reached out and grabbed my free hand. Choose, Ethan. Her or me. I looked into her eyes. Wet. Real. Money. Contracts. Rules. All gone. 250,000, Chloe said. Panicked. Victoria tightened her grip. 300,000. And a year-end bonus. Chloe stomped. 350. Victoria's voice shook. 400. And a down payment on an apartment. Stop. I yelled, ripping free. They both went silent. I sucked in a breath. I'm not a prize. Victoria's face fell. So you're choosing her? I shook my head. Turned to Chloe. I'm sorry. Keep your money. I'm out. Chloe stared. Eyes wide. Then I turned back to Victoria. Vicky, if you meant what you said, I want to try. For real. No contracts. No money. Her eyes widened. Really? I nodded. Yeah, but we start with a real date. No more acting. A slow, brilliant smile spread across her face. Okay. Chloe watched. Then laughed. All right. You win. She winked at me. But if she treats you badly, my offer still stands. Price is the price. She disappeared into the crowd. I looked at Victoria. Her eyes were still red, but now shining. Boyfriend, she said softly. Nice to meet you. I smiled. Took her hand. Laced my fingers through hers. Girlfriend, the pleasure is all mine.